Hello everyone. Today we are going to understand another concept which is frequently asked in SQL interviews. The difference between count star, count one, count column and count distinct column. Let's understand this with a practical example. Here I have the employee details table where we are going to use the department column. It also has some of the null values. This example will cover all the possibilities so that you can understand the concept properly. Okay, let's start by looking at what count star does. For that I would be using the same query and simply do count here. So it has written 5. So if we look at the table, so there are 5 rows. Count star just simply returns the number of rows which we have in the table. It also takes into consideration the null values. So suppose there was one other row which was having just null values. So it would have given you 6 as the output. Now what count 1 does? 1 is a constant. So for every row it will count 1. So there are 5 rows, so it will count 1 5 times. So you would get 5 as the output. It is similar to count star. It also takes into consideration the null values. So let's see what is the output of count 1. See, you have got 5. And if you do anything instead of 1, like if you take another constant like a, or even count 0, so you would get the same thing. So every time you give a constant in the count, so it will just count the number of rows and take null into consideration. C. So let's discuss about count column. In count column, it is similar to count star only, but only difference is, so it would not take into consideration the null values. So if in the column you have null values, so it will not count them and simply give the count of the values which are not null. Let's check count department. Let's first see what were the values in the department columns. So this was HR, IT, Finance, IT, and this was a null. So what would be the output? It would be 4, and it would not count this null value. Let's see. Yep, we have got 4. Similarly, count distinct column does the same thing, but it simply count the distinct values in that column. If we look at the distinct values in our column, so this is 1, 2 and 3. So we should get 3 as our output. Alright, we have got 3. I hope you were able to understand the differences between all the variations of count. If you have any doubts, you can mention that into the comment box.